I like making chair noises. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Summoner Blue. We're sitting here today playing us some Net Navi. Hey guys, what's going on?
Some Net Nav?
How are you guys doing? How you guys at?
I'm fucking ready, man.
Sounds like you're pretty ready. You sound pretty enthusiastic.
Oh,
Like,
okay, guys.
Work went by pretty fast. Like, what happened? Where was work? I don't know. But it happened.
New guy. Did you know where the Phantom
I also have my food because I forgot to fucking eat.
Ghostly Boost knows too much.
Okay,
Thank you very
guys,
much, my dude.
I need to tell you a serious story right now.
Go ahead.
I had a Canadian standoff before I got here.
Joker, look.
Oh, okay. You guys just bumped into each other and said sorry.
No, worse. Okay, so what happened was I was holding the door so a person can enter. But unfortunately, this was one of those two doors, where there's two doors, so he was holding the door in order for me to exit. We were holding the door for each other. We looked at each other for a moment. But don't worry, your orange monk wasn't a fucking pussy. That's right. I said, no, you go first. And he went first. Canadian standoff, victory. Boom!
So, while that was going on,
Oh yeah,
Han.
fuck yeah, I have napkins.
Han just gave 6,000 bits.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of bits. It says smash dice for Yome.
He fucking actually did it. he fucking actually did it.
Welcome,
was all-
Smash,
he-
oh man.
Whole time he was all like, fucking, I'm gonna buy Yome Smash Dice. Honestly, Han, I didn't believe you for a fucking second.
The
But you've
worst
proven me
part
wrong.
about this is I know that 6,000 bits cost him more than $60.
Yeah, no, that is the thing too. It's
I
like,
hate bits because of that, but I only get the $60.
Yeah, it's that thing of like,
Especially when you get into the higher ranks of bits. And I feel really bad, Han, but thank you very much. We would definitely give over that Smash Dice over to our new Super Smash brother. Thank you very
Joker,
much, my
look.
dude. Holy crap.
We have more money.
fucking, damn. You know how like each character has a thing where it's like when their Smash announcement is? What would Yome's be?
Swiggity sweet. I'm kidding. Also, that was $2 from Arad. Before we get to that, though, Han, I believe that made you the new stream boss.
Stream boss.
I
Yeah, it
believe
did.
so. All hail a stream boss, may forever he reign. And then
Hell
Arad
yeah.
gave $2, hoping to start beating down on the stream boss for the first time. So last night I had a dream where this RP was a horror film. Yome was the villain. Just needed to share this. Here you go, Pink.
Ha.
So that'll be another dice over.
Was I the monster?
Joker, look. We
Where
have
is-
more money.
You don't have any dice. I have to give you a new dice. Here, take this one, I guess. There you go. And then there was 1,050 bits from Ronin Lost. This has been bothering me for weeks. Do copybots make the Navi more realistic, or do they still look the same? I doubt everyone has realistic waifu Navi, and someone's gonna put their anime OC in one at some point. Do we have a Space Jam or Fat Albert thing going on? Smashspiration to cross. The thing with it is, people in this world also look very anime, so you can probably just assume that they look similar. The Navis themselves have gone to a point where they are almost indistinguishable
Joker, look.
from
We
human
have
life,
more
other than the
money.
extra things onto them. So it almost be like bringing in somebody from the like a virtual person from the actual
Hey,
real
new
life
guy.
like
Did you know
internet
Phantom Thieves?
and bringing it over. It's just they're hardly indistinguishable, if that helps at all. So 1,050 bits. That's gonna be a good 5, I think. It's gonna be a good 5 inspiration over toward our girl Cross. It was 1,000. It was 1,050. So maybe I'll round it up. I always want to round things up when it comes to bits, because again, I love bits. I love getting bits, but I know they're more expensive than like what my system allows. So usually I just round up. But thank you very much. Holy crap. Han gave another 200 bits saying inspiration to Yome. So that's going to be a
Ooh,
thing.
thank you.
Go ahead and give another inspiration over to Yome. Bam. And of course you guys can name those because I have not. But yes, that's basically where I can say copybots are at. They are basically the equivalent of humanity in this world. So they would look like them. They wouldn't look like anime waifus.
Oh man.
hmm?
Just gave me a thought of anime in this world is actually just photorealistic.
Live action.
Anime is
It's hard once you start thinking about stuff like that, but I will say that, and when it comes to Navis especially, the whole point of them is to be companions and navigators and things like that. So they would look as realistic as the real world would look for the people in this world.
It's funny. It's funny that you bring up like anime and stuff, Jake, because there was a fun little conversation happening in the Net Navi chat about like Yome's wardrobe and the mate box, and honestly, because the mate box would have totally been targeted towards otaku and nerds and lonely people, they would have totally had tons of collabs with anime and video games in terms of outfits and stuff. So she would totally have the outfits of the cute bubblegum character from Phantom Lord and from Fight Hammer 40K. She totally would. Total collabs.
Great job throwing these into the multiverse.
So she has a Priscilla outfit in that thing and a Sekibaku one just fucking cuz.
So if realistic is anime in this world, would that mean Catherine Zeta-Jones is a waifu?
Yes.
Good.
I basically want to kind of be at a point where whenever you watch anime and they watch anime during you watching anime, like let's say in the latest Fox Girl anime that's out there, I can't remember what it's called, where they watch like a show while they are also a show, and there's hardly any differentiation. It gets really weird. It gets very meta, and I would say that anything in this world that's like put into a anime like state would probably, I don't know, look chibi. I don't know. It'd be weird. It'd be very weird. I also want to let people know that I may not be paying amazing attention to the chat today. I don't have my glasses on.
We will, don't worry.
And
I will.
And my screen is very dimmed because I'm having some eye problems. I'm going to be talking to the doctor tomorrow and setting up an appointment to go and speak to them again. But this has been going on for about two months now, and I don't like it. So we'll figure it out soon.
You know, to make things easier, how about we say anime style in this world is the Batman animated style?
There you go. Perfect.
Batman
Everything is
Beyond?
Warner Brothers here.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Anime is Warner Brothers. There we go. Perfect. In this universe, everything is based off of like the original like Bugs Bunny sketches and things of that nature.
What's up, duck?
With all that being said, some interesting things happened last time. Very interesting things. First off, if we go look at Alan's sheet, he has his new little thing up here for his engineering knowledge. Thank you to my players for giving me the term engineering, because I was going to say robotics, and that wasn't entirely true. Not to mention that would be completely different. So engineering knowledge is very much how we're going to call that. He also has gone up by 1 with his systemized knowledge, and down by 1 with his stress. So he's no longer in double digits for stress. Potentially because he saved people. Who's to say? With all that being said, I'd like to know what all happened last time. What happened? What happened, Yome? What happened last time?
Oh man, I was gonna say I did the recap last time.
Oh, if you did, then never mind. Let's go over to.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's be mean. Let's go to Will. Hey, Will, what happened last game?
Was that the time I fell asleep?
Yes.
You had like 2 weeks to catch up, dude.
Obviously you did too. Like obviously went and you watched the VOD over at twitch.tv/Summoners Network, you know.
Okay, so let's go to the way I remember it. Okay, so it was a dark Sunday night. It was raining. Yome was going to Bug Vader's office. Bug Vader wasn't ready to go on another case. His brother had died recently.
So Will, I'm just gonna stop you there. I'm just gonna stop you there. You did good. You did better than I thought you would. Jake, what happened last game?
Things and stuff definitely happen. No. we went onto the site and found out that, thanks to a certain voice in the chat, what was going on, and so we made our way over to the teacher's house, where nothing was wrong, everything was fine. We briskly went home, and everyone was quite embarrassed about the situation.
Seems legit.
No, we broke inside through a window after being plugged into the emergency lock. After a brief fight with viruses, saving the program and opening the door. Window door. Doors can be
windor.
windows.
The wind door.
Our brave little Alan here went inside and tried to save his teacher. It did not go as well as he thought it would. Not even remotely. But I mean, and at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if he succeeded, because that he managed to get Yome into a perfectly healthy, legal, and nothing wrong with it copybot, and she did all the work.
Exactly.
I did.
And during that, on the network, we were not getting threatened by some evil dark Navi or anything like that. That definitely was not happening.
No, why
Nope.
would that happen?
At which point, Yome came as we were being threatened by an evil dark Navi, and she just flexed at it. She threatened it, and it bailed.
Oh,
It
yeah,
did
was great.
bail the first time.
The bullshit flew.
He ran.
It was like, oh, it's you again. What? I don't fucking know you. Yeah, I killed you.
Poor Smoke Man.
He didn't call her bluff.
Okay, but in my version, Alan was Moriarty, so I think mine was better.
Also, there's the copybot if people want to see. It's right there.
But it was a terrible tragedy, as he'd stolen the teacher's ID and broken into the school, or was going to. So we went after him, found Blitzman on the way. Was very helpful for all involved. Did certainly not almost kill himself multiple times.
Not at all.
And we had definitely not a dramatic showdown with him, where we all repeatedly missed each other all the goddamn time.
It was fantastic.
And then he exploded.
That is something that happened, yes.
And here we are now.
So what happened? What happened after? What happened at the end of all that? Like, how did Alan end up getting back?
Well, you see,
Yeah.
that's something for Squeaky to answer.
I believe I asked you.
Yeah. I don't fucking know. Do I look like the person in the copybot? No, I'm almost dead in a Navi in the PET.
Should I finish it off then?
Do you want your fucking dice or not, Jake?
You can keep your dice. I don't need bribes.
Fine. Squeaky, what happened at the end?
At the end, after everything turned out better than expected, Alan was like, man, we gotta bring that copybot back. And she was like, yeah, I should get back into my copybot. And then she did. And it was like, man, we have to jump over this fence, Alan. You can't climb it, so you're gonna have me hold you again. And he let it happen. And he was like, okay, but just for the jump. And then they ended up running off into the sunset together, her carrying him while he held his head in his hands. Very, very embarrassed. Someone saw us.
Someone did see you. That's what I was looking for. At the end of game last night, as you jumped over and landed and continued to go forward, somebody had saw you at the end of that and watched as the two of you ran off into the sunset. They didn't really stop you or say anything. They just kind of like looked at it, kind of shrugged and wandered off. But someone did see at the end of all that. That was very interesting. Thank you for bringing that point back up. With all that being said, get out of here, Smoke Man. No one loves you. My dudes. Whenever everybody got back inside the PET, got back inside their copybots, and started making their way back, eventually, it wasn't that far away, Yome, you have carried Alan at a brisk pace all the way back to his front gate. The entire time, Alan not really saying anything to protest, but also very much not really talking.
Oh yeah, the whole time when he had his headband in his hands, he was like, "Why do coffee bots have to feel so real?" So he's just like, "She's got big titties." Those are some soft titties.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Ronan. My bad. I did see that. Do-do-do-do. Again, my eyes are kind of weird today. Those inspiration were supposed to be smashpiration.
Oh, okay. Here,
So-
I've got that covered. Why do I need
There you
Spaspiration?
go.
That's the wrong color for Smashpiration. There we go. Actually, not good enough. Not the right shade. Not smashing enough.
As you
Yep.
guys get back in front of his front gate, he goes, you can let me down now, Yomei."
Are you sure? Are you able to stand up?
Yeah, I can stand.
Puts down.
He gets off of you and just kind of like looks over towards you, then immediately away from you, and then toward the gate, and then immediately away from you.
Is everything all right? Is something wrong with me?
No, it's fine. It's my first time spending a decent bit of time around a copy bot is all. It's pretty interesting.
I see.
Usually my last Navi somewhat helped me outside, but you know how they are. They're very metallic.
Oh? Do I feel like a human?
I think that's the point. More humanoid customized Navis are supposed to be able to blend in pretty well. So they're supposed to have more of a... We should go inside, before Dad gets here.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. He goes over to his gate. As he does, he puts in a couple of numbers, and immediately, like, the gate begins to open as he goes to go inside. Before he goes inside, though, he looks to you and he goes, after you?
Of course.
She's gonna go in.
He turns back around, he closes his gate, and he goes to his door. Once the gate had opened, the door began to open as well, with the automated system. As you guys make your way back inside the house, Alan just kind of like immediately again like looks over. He sees like his leftover stuff that he had done before he had left out here in a hurry. Some of the dishes that he had in the sink and things like that. He looks back over towards you. He goes, Yomei, can you take Cross and Bug Vader back to the room and set the PET on charge for me?
Of course. And what are you going to do?
Just gonna get this out of the way before Dad shows up. Here.
Okay. I will wait in your room.
Takes the PET.
Thank you.
I could kill them both right now.
As he hands the PET off, you guys are now in the hands of Yomei.
Flush down the toilet. Throw out the window.
Now feel what I felt throws out window.
As he goes to mess with stuff over at the kitchen area, you make your way over toward Alan's room with the two in hand. Guys, Yomei is carrying you guys. You guys had just seen all of that going on. What's going on? What are the three of you gonna be doing now?
Is the PET on or is it off?
It is on.
How are you two faring?
I would really like repairs.
I see. I don't know how to do that, but I can put the PET to charge. Maybe once you're back into the home computer, that'll let you recover anything you've lost.
You guys know that that's basically the idea. Once you guys are connected to the home network, you guys can connect to the large spires of data that are in the home network, at which point you should be able to repair yourselves pretty easily. Similar to how you guys did back at the home network of Night Bunny. So as you go and you place them into the charging station, the greater home network opens up, and Cross and Bug Vader, the spires around the PET begin to rise up even higher. Some more appear, and you guys are able to basically get yourselves back up to full health whenever you guys would like. Nothing seriously was wrong with you. You guys didn't have any humongous problems. Cross, your shield completely repairs itself.
Hooray! Ah, much better.
Bug Vader, the hole in your hat stays.
Hooray!
Alan said you should be back momentarily. But for now, being outside is very interesting.
It's at this point, Yomei, you get a good look around Alan's room. As you are looking around it, you start noticing several other pieces of tech and things you weren't able to really see whenever you were here the first time. From the PET, you can only see a very small amount of Alan's room. From here, you can see that there appears to be a couple of other places around. Over by the corner of his room, he seems to have a set of shelves that has a bunch of kind of garbage tech and spare parts and things over by it. This is around the place where you can see where the mate box is.
Yeah, it's
You can also look around and see that there is a small little trophy chest that appears to be here with several small like trophies inside of it. You can see a bit of a armoire here that also seems to just be kind of where he sets most of his just other things. You see that he has a second school uniform kind of hung up into it, and again, just seems like a kind of a bare room. The only thing that really stands out is all of the tech and things that he has here. If you look at the at his desk, he still has that box that is slightly opened. When you look at it being slightly opened, you see some sort of foliage seemingly sticking out from it.
kind of curious. Kind of opens the box a little bit more.
You go.
He said it was just more broken tech.
You go over toward the box. As you do, you seem to open it very slightly. And looking at the box itself, it seems to be some sort of it seems to be connected to some sort of network. You can tell as a net Navi, but as you open it up, it seems to be a potted plant.
Oh.
At the bottom of said plant, it appears to be a pot or a some sort of a cup for it that is it seems to be technological. It seems to be very much a robotic network of sorts. You don't sense a lot of stuff from in there. You're not sure if you can actually jack into this thing, but you can tell that it seems to be very similar to the network outside of the school with how the trees were changing colors. Upon this being opened up, and now the sensors on it being able to connect around places, Cross and Bug Vader, you guys can sense a new something in the home network. It doesn't appear to have a network all to itself, but it does appear that something has appeared in the home network.
Oh.
I think I better go check that out. Anyone gonna join me?
As you say, anyone going to join you? Both of the Metools from before that you guys have brought back into the PET with you both start jumping up and down like they're ready to go with you, Bug Vader.
All right, let's get going, you two.
You want to make your way to the home network?
Yes.
Cross, you gonna stay in the PET?
No, I'll go with him.
Yomei, both Cross and Bug Vader seem to go and check on the thing that you guys had sensed to be in the home network. As you look at the potted plant, you can tell that it's pretty decently crafted. It seems to have a lot of personal touches to it. You can see there's a place where potentially some sort of card reader can be inserted. And finally, you can see that there does appear to be a card with it.
I mean, I'll look at the card.
You look at the card. As you do, it seems to be a thank you note from someone named. Let me find their name very quickly. All right, I can't find his name. I'll just use the Navi. I don't want to basically look through my notes with the way my eyes are going today. It seems to
We'll
be
just call him Tim.
It seems to
We'll
be a
just call
thank you
him
note. No, we're not calling him Tim because then that'll stick. It seems
Damn
to be
it.
a thank you note from lotus.exe.
Oh, okay.
It seems to be a something that was sent to him as a thank you for his help at the flower shop.
New villain.
Interesting. I wonder what this does.
There are several buttons alongside the potted plant if you would like to see.
I mean, she'd push one.
As you place your hand on one of the buttons, you see that the plant inside the pot that seemed to have been budded at the time. Upon placing your hands on one of the 4 buttons on there, the bud begins to look like it sprouts. As it does, a yellow flower is in the seems to sprout out from the bud. The plant itself seems to look as if it's supposed to be real. It seems to be like vegetation, not really tech. However, it seems to bud by the press of that button.
Humans have grown to become so impatient and too reliant.
There are 3 other buttons on there if you would like to try them.
She's not interested in the plan anymore, actually.
You gonna
She's
put
like,
the flower
this
down?
is stupid.
You want to put the flower down?
She's gonna put it back in the box, yeah. That's that thing of like...
You put it back in the box?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that thing of like, she pushed the button, sees the flower bloom. Are you fucking kidding me? She's growing a plant too fucking hard for you people anymore. Holy shit. I'm gonna go to the mate box.
You make your way over toward the mate box. What do you want to do at it?
Just look at it for a bit. It kind of like that weird, like,
You
reminisce.
see that there are cracks along the glass of the mate box, the area where you feel like the quote unquote screen was. It wasn't really a screen; it was more like a projection area. But you do see there are cracks along it. It seems to be a bit weathered with age, some scratches and other things. You see that the port on it seems to have been destroyed. The jack-in port seems to have been destroyed. However, you also notice that beside of it there are several pieces of new tech that seem to have been laid out beside of it, almost like it was almost like they were things that Alan was trying in order to fix it. You see that there is a brand new jack-in port beside of it. It has not been installed yet. You see that there are several cords connected to some sort of a SSD. Potentially how he got the data off of it to get you off of it, and others such things beside of it. He seems like he was not only trying to get the data off of it, but also trying to see if he could fix it, because it looked very much beaten up. But why would you have a new jack-in port here if you weren't trying to fix it?
This is so much smaller than I thought it was.
It is definitely something it seems like you could easily hold in your hand.
Yeah, it's that thing of like, if it doesn't mess anything up, she'd try to like pick it up or touch it.
You pick it up. Nothing seems to really mess up from it. You can tell that there are potentially some loose things inside of it as you pick it up. You feel the slightest distribution of weight when you do. You feel like that's mostly just the increased sensory stuff from the copybot itself. Like, you're not sure if, like, even a human, just from barely picking it up like that, would feel so many parts of it moving.
Just kind of, like, looks at it for a bit, and then just puts it back down.
I wonder how he felt when I was gone. I wonder if he just bought a new one.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah, that's it. It's kind of that little bit of like a sad smile, just like, I wonder, did he just get a new one, or did he just kind of give up when I was thrown out a fucking window?
Did he just get that real puss?
Cross and Bug Vader. You guys made your way into the home network. As you guys did, you see that the home network seems fairly the same from where it was. However, you notice something strange in the center of the home network. What appears to be a large plant has sprouted in the very center. This large plant seems very much unlike the one that is outside, very mechanical in look, and it seems to have a closed bud at the very top of it. From what you guys can tell upon getting close to it, it seems as if it could provide remote access to the thing that is outside of the network, but you don't know if it has any other function.
May I examine it more closely?
You definitely can. You make your way over toward the large robotic plant in the center of the room. As you make your way there, what would you like to try with this? What would you like to do?
Careful. It might be dangerous.
Just start interfacing with it.
You can tell there are several functions that are easily accessible here. You are able to 100% mess with this thing to your heart's content. It seems like the 3 of the functions seem to be just like an RGB type of thing. You're able to add different levels of color to it from here to change it from being red to yellow to blue. You can also mix the colors in different levels to change the color outright. One of the functions is to potentially go through several different colors. And another function is to make it bloom or make it bud. But those seem to be the primary functions of these things. The bud itself seems to be very tall. As far as everything in here is concerned, you guys know that these large spires are very large. This thing seems to peek over the spires very briefly. Like, from what you can tell, the bud itself is the only piece that is bigger than the spires. The actual stem of this large metallic plant seems to make it about as tall as them. It seems to be aesthetic at the most.
Okay.
You're not sure if the big bud at the top could bloom or not. However, there doesn't seem to be a function for it immediately accessible. Why do you keep knocking yourself over? Will, you're in drawing mode and you're knocking things over.
God damn it.
I was wondering why you kept being knocked over.
But what you're saying though with this is, I can make it bloom and then go through the colors like a gradient.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I fixed it. I'm not knocking things over now.
Let's do that. Why not? Let's flex a little. He's gonna go look at this in the real world and be like, "Why the fuck is it changing colors? Witchcraft!"
Do you want it to start going through different colors?
I'm gonna take my gun out and give a warning shot to it.
Because it's you, Cross, you're able to interface with things a lot easier than the other two are. As you start messing around with this, Yome, you see over at the desk area, the flower begins to go from yellow to red to blue, and several different colors in between, just kind of like going rainbow looking, as it begins to go through different colors at seemingly the same interval, as if it's just like going through them and like going into the next one.
Kind of like those multicolor lamps.
Yes.
I guess it's that thing of like she just puts it out of the box and then just puts it on the desk.
I guess they found it.
You see that as you're looking at it, the actual petals of this thing begins to look like they're pretty healthy. They seem to be somewhat all right. You see tiny droplets of water, almost as if this thing is potentially either generating its own moisture or
Joker,
doesn't
look,
need has some sort of a
more
moisture like tank inside of the dirt itself.
Very interesting.
Pushes a button again. Pushes one of the buttons she didn't push.
You push one of the buttons. As you push one of the buttons you didn't push, it seems to kind of make the flower somewhat change. The flower seems to go back into its bud, and then as it does, it opens back up, and it is no longer a kind of like sprouting flower like a dandelion or anything like that. It seems to be now like this, the visage of a rose.
Presses the third button.
As you do that, it seems to come out from being a rose. It seems to bud itself up, and then seems to come out from the bud as what appears to be looking something like a lily.
This one is most suitable. Lily, a symbol of purity.
From what you can tell, the 4 buttons itself seems to make it go from a lily to a dandelion to a rose to a lotus.
Yep. That makes sense.
And as you're just kind of playing around with the buttons, you can also tell that by pressing the button again, you can just, if you already have it, like if you have it on rose and you press rose again, it will then like bud up. It will not, it won't like go into like a new thing. As you guys are messing with the different things, trying to figure this thing out, it seems like the color is controlled almost wirelessly through the stuff on the home network, and the actual plant itself seems to be controlled manually. As things go
now
on,
that she's curious.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, now that she's curious, she hasn't, because like now that she sees that, oh, the last one's a lotus, it's just like, okay, push.
It comes out to look like a lotus. It seems to be the largest of the flowers as it comes out. Potentially, again, you then start thinking about the actual name on the thank you note being lotus.exe. Seems to be a very large flower.
Talk about tooting your own horn. But it is also fitting in a way, the meaning of a lotus.
She'll keep it as a lotus, and then she's just gonna make her way to the bed and sit on it.
You make your way to the bed and sit on it. Bug Vader and Cross, you guys were messing around with things on the inside. From what you could tell, being close to the PET and all, you could see the different things being kind of changed